I'm Peter Goff and I teach dental technology at Manchester Met. I've been here for 16 years. The app is an application that runs on iPhones only at the moment, and it's a collection of videos supporting text and risk assessments, COSH, and all the information that a student would need to undertake practical sessions in a laboratory. So it's a collection of videos that the student can really access on demand. The app was developed because I was previously a programmer when I was at Manchester Polytechnic at the time. I was a programmer working on the old Sinclair Spectrum, and I've always been interested in programming, never been a gamer. And when I started teaching, I just thought this marriage of technology and education seemed to go together. So when I got my first iPhone and started playing about with apps, I thought it'd be really good to have an app that was just for dental technology students to use. So I was provided with an Apple Mac at work and downloaded a copy of Xcode, which is the software development kit, the SDK from Apple, and just set to learning the syntax, really learning how to program for the iPhone. And then that was about 5 months just to get the language right, and then to get it doing what I wanted it to do was probably about another 4 months, and then about another month for testing and refinement, and then submitted it to Apple on the 10th of September, and it was approved within 9 days, which was very nice. I use the app in my teaching so that students can prepare before they come in. If they've missed a presentation or they need to see something again, I don't have to keep doing it, because if I do one presentation, it's not recorded, that's lost forever. By recording them and putting them into the app, students can access them whenever they're ready. The students, they use it on a range of devices. They use it mainly on the iPhone, but it looks the same on the iPad as well. But the real key is that they can access the videos and they can access the content if they're on the bus, if they're sat in the student union at 1 o'clock in the morning, if they're at home or anywhere in between. They can prepare for the classes, watch the videos, not just once as you'd normally see in a laboratory session. They can watch it as many times as they want to until they're happy with it. And then they bring that knowledge into the lab so they can get going straight away on the work that they've got to do. I actually encourage them to be used in the classroom because I think they've got a place. If you come up with a term, even in theory, that they're not familiar with, you can just Google it or get involved in polls online as well and submit things to you. Ask questions. I've even tried using things like Twitter, where they ask questions using Twitter and have a look at the questions at the end. But that's not the same worldwide. In some American colleges you can be fined $200 just for bringing your device on campus. So I didn't want to go down that road where they were punished for getting them out of their pockets. So I actually encouraged them to get them out in the practical classes, as you've seen in the laboratories today, and use them whenever they can. If you have got a good idea for an app, it should just do one thing well. It shouldn't be a Swiss Army knife that does loads of different things. Just one thing well. It should be designed so people can access what they want, go into the application, do what they want with it, and then leave it and go to something else. So that's the real tip: is to not try and let it be everything. It should just be one thing and do that one thing really well. All you need is just one good idea. It's you don't have to code it yourself. We have an in-house app development team called MMU Digital Labs, based over in the John Dalton building. And if you've got a good idea, they will help you get it to the point where you can publish it on the App Store, or even I'm not sure if they've got an Android division yet, but I'm sure that's on the horizon.
I thought it was really effective with with methods of trying to teach people a certain given subject, because dental technology is quite vast, and all the disciplines within it is quite it's very intense. We're trying to understand all the intricate details, but with the app, for that particular discipline, I feel really comfortable with partials because of the app, just because it was so effectively descriptive. Everything was laid out very clearly, and you were seeing like a step-by-step process of how the process would come to life, how it would actually occur. So that to me was brilliant. It was brilliant, and it was user-friendly, with any type of whether you were using like Android or Apple, iOS. But then the other factor of it was that you could access it at any time as well. So like I could just log on or just check it, even if I was just going to bed, just check it and see. Well, you know, if I had like a lecture the next day on that, I could, you know, brief myself on what I needed to do because it was so user friendly and so accessible.